Hey everyone, it is time to have some fun with some cards. I actually am changing it up a little bit. I am not at this time going to do the Backyard Bliss cards. They're pretty self-explanatory. Holy moly. In that they come with directions, and I wanted to play with this On the Farm stamp set before it goes away. It is so stinking cute. It makes you smile. What I love about it, it is thin cuts, so you get this amazing, all these great thin cuts that go with it. Look at how cute they are. Oops, one must have fell off. The pony fell off. But it's such a fun stamp set. I think everyone they just make you smile. So this, of course, is in the 3-month book right now. Then I am using this Utterly Wonderful. It is an older stamp set. It is still available because the card or the stamps, this never came with thin cuts. So stamps by themselves are good for a year past their catalog date, if that makes sense to you. But I just thought their sayings were so cute to go with On the Farm. And then this is a brand new Molly Moo alphabet stamp set. The sky's the limit. I mean, you can definitely make this camo. You can do it black and white, brown and white. It's just a fun stamp set to create with. And so we're going to play with those 3 stamp sets. Let me show you. This is the number C1922 for this Utterly Wonderful if you don't have that stamp set. Okay, so I don't know why I'm putting them over there, but let's, I have done some of the prep work. I'm still going to do some with you so that you guys get in on all the fun. So we're going to, of course, I'm using the value pack. Remember the value pack, everything in the old core book is still good till the end of August, and then the price changes. So by the time you see this, the price will have changed. So hopefully you heeded one of my other videos about it. So I've already stamped and die cutted the little cow. And let's do some coloring. I'm using the Tri-Blend marker, and I'm using the pale pink blend. Can you see that pale pink blend? And I'm going to start with the light, and I'm going to color in on the ears, and I'm going to do around. And remember, this is a fun marker. If you've not played with the markers, I know some of you played with them last crop day. The markers are amazing. There's a light, a medium, and a dark. And I always start with the light. Very rarely do I jump to the middle. And then you can add and build color. And I'm just giving some shadow here, and I'm gonna do some shadow on. Real simple, real easy. I'm gonna just make sure the light, I'm going back with the light just to blend it. Now it will dry a little bit lighter when you when it sets for a little bit. That's why I'm doing that right now. And then let's just I'm showing the ice gray blend, and we're just gonna do some highlights. just to give them some shadow. Just to have some fun, just to build up a little bit. And you know, you can do this however you want to do it. Okay, so there's the cow for you. We're going to set that aside for a little bit. And then I'm going to showcase, I don't know, I know I talked about them, but I haven't really talked too much. These are the Irresistibles. So you have flowers, you have a plaid, oh, another flower. You have a diagonal stripe, you have checkerboard, stars, and dots. Okay? So, what is cool? Why are these so cool? One, they're like, they're just cardstock. Maybe a smidge heavier than cardstock, not much. They are flexible. They're definitely not chipboard. Let me grab a piece of scratch paper here. And what's nice about them, they have a UV coating on them. And so I've cut this little strip, which is 1/2 by 4 1/4. And I am going to take the Nectarine ink pad. And Close to My Heart has these brushes now. These are from my stash. And I'm sad because I don't say Close to My Heart on them. But they still work. They're very firm bristled brush. And I'm just going to rub some color on that. And then this paper is going to resist that color where that pattern is. And you can add as much as you want and as light as you want. Can you see what that does? Just by rubbing color on it. So all those patterns I showed you, aren't they so cool? They're just going to be so much fun to create with. And the nice thing about the Resist, you could do it as soft, I think I said that, but as soft or as dark as you want. And again, you know, this ink is wet, so it's going to get a little bit softer, so you get the gist. Okay, and I am going to try to keep, that's why I wrote Nectarine here. I'm going to try to keep this for my Nectarine and not have to, that way I have them ready to go. I don't have to worry about if they dry. I live in an area where it's very, very moist, to say the least, and it takes a while for things to dry. Excuse me, just a minute. I know I'm going to need another tape runner, so I just didn't want to get midstream there. Thank you. Okay, so now I have a piece from the Backyard Bliss, and this piece is 3 by 3 3/4, and we are just going to offset this. Like that. And then I have a piece of the mix-ins, which is 1 3/4 by 4. So it is a smidge bigger. And then I'm going to take this piece that we just have added the nectarine color to, and that is a 1/2 inch by 4 1/4, and so it's just going to fill in that gap, so like that. See, I mean, I just love this irresistible paper. It is so cool and so fun to create with. Then I have this thank you that I'm going to put at an angle, and I actually am going to take my brush that I did nectarine and just warm up the edges of my paper just to tie in that nectarine color. And I think when you sponge color on your cardstock, to me it warms it up. So I think I'm going to leave it that way. And then I have the Moo, and I'm just going to fussy cut. And I can hear you already. You're screaming about fussy cutting. But these are easy peasy because they're not very big. Now, would I have been thrilled had they had a die cut? You betcha. But you know what? It's okay. You can do this however you like. You can make them close, you can make them, and it doesn't take long. You know, if you were doing this prep work ahead of time, you could have trimmed these out while you're watching your favorite TV show or something else that you want to create with. So I hope you're enjoying this first session of having a virtual class, a little bit different than what we have done in the past. And I'm always open for suggestions, so if there's something else you would like to see me do, please don't hesitate. I'm still going to have different items up in the Facebook page, probably the YouTube. I mean, things will get transferred over the YouTube once you guys all get to see it for a little bit. That way you don't miss out, and you want it for purposes of later down the road. So there is the Moo. Now, the first time I created this, I did it in black and white, and it's fine. I'll show you. I'll post all the cards so you can see. I think I'm going to trim that just a smidge more. Sometimes the best laid plans are not quite the way I wanted it to look. And so, see, you guys all get the benefit of watching me do that kind of stuff. And I'm just coming back over where I trimmed up just to add the nectarine again. Okay. See if I like that better. Yes, I do, because it fits better in there. Okay? So, let's adhere my saying. And before I adhere it, let me show you. See, you can tell this is totally different than what we've had before. For those that have been with me for a while, you know that we've had irresistibles. Anyway, they were a little heavy, and so and we are going to raise the little cow up. You know, I like a little poof on my cards, so we're going to add a little bit, and I'm using the thin foam rather than the real thick, because if you want to mail it, it does add to how it gets mailed. So let me see how that looks. Yep, that looks perfect. So let's anchor that down. Peel, peel, peel. I'm going to scooch him over here a little bit. And then we're going to put the moo, thank moo. And we're just going to do the same little bit of foam on here. Again, the ultra thin, or not ultra, it's just thin. Just to have a fun little, I'm sorry, but that cow makes you smile. Wouldn't you love to get this card in the mail? I think it's just way too cute. And I am using my coated scissors when I work with foam tape, so it doesn't get them all yucky. I try to keep them for my sticky stuff. So there is your first card. Pretty stinking cute. Oh, you know what? Let's add some dots to it. So this is the yellow, orange and yellow dots. So let's see what we got here. I'm almost thinking I like the orange on this one. I'm going to use those scissors again. So let's just add some fun, more tie in that color. How about that? We'll put a dot up here and maybe one over here. And get my triangle going there. So there you go. There is the Thank Moo. Ah, he's so cute. All right, let's create another new card using that same stamp set. So let's do this. This is a piece of older B&T that is in the other core book. I think we all have some type of wood grain you can definitely use. So I am covering the whole page. So that means it is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I'm just going to add, and I always want to make sure I get my corners. And I'm just going to, kind of remind me of barnwood. So that's why I kind of chose that look to it. And so here I have a piece of sapphire, which is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and then a piece of the grass from the Backyard Bliss, which is 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. And I'm just going to mount this on top of that sapphire cardstock, and I am using the darker side. So I know it's going to go in the middle. And it's going up above. And then I have the zip strip, which is cut at 4 1/4, I believe it should be. Yep, 4 1/4. And I'm going to run this like that. And then I have another cool little cow, and this time it's the front version. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to use the ice gray blend, and we're just going to outline the cow a little bit. I don't know, I hope you can see that it gives some definition. Nothing fancy, just a little bit of a color wash, and we'll take that pink again. So the pale pink blend and the light, and we'll probably do the same thing. And I'm just going to take the medium and add some detail. And again, like I said, this will blend in a little bit more. And I think dark light. Forgot to do the little nubbins here. So there we go. Stinking cute. I think so anyway. I hope you do. We're going to put some more foam tape on this dude. Or it could be a dudette. A dude and a dudette. How about that? I actually have a piece that didn't work for a project, so I'm going to try to see if I can get it to work here. Okay. So we have the cow in the middle, and then I took that Utterly Wonderful stamp set, You Are Utterly Wonderful, and I stamped it in sapphire, and the sapphire cardstock is 2 1/8 by 1 1/8, and then the white is 1 by 2, so just a slight border around it. And I am also going to add that so it has a little raised image to it. Oh, cute, 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 cute. All right, look at how gorgeous these melon sequins are. Aren't they neat? They're so pretty. I'm going to pour some because I think this little cow needs a little bling. You know me, gotta have some bling, gotta have some bling. So I'm going to see if I can get some of these pretty melon shimmery ones on the page. And I don't know if you can see this, but I take my glue dots and I put them on my glue dots with my stick, and then it just makes it easier when I'm peeling off the glue dots, that they just give me that little shimmery look. And add a little pizzazz to my card. These are the craft jars that I have my sequins in. They come in a 3-pack. They're just, I like that the lid is deep. You can work with them and they hold, and you can see the sequins. So another tip for you. Okay, there you go. You are utterly wonderful. All right, 2 down. Let's go with the next card. So this is a piece of white cardstock that is 3.5 by 4 3/4. Okay, so you need that to do what we are going to do next. We are going to take and kind of give a faux look. So don't think I need that, but I'm going to set that aside. So we're going to give it some grass and we're going to give it some sky. And this is a round sponge that I've cut in quarters. This is an old way to do it. And I wanted a pretty soft look. I am using Capri. And I'm just loading up my sponge. And when you're doing this, you definitely want to have scratch paper, because you want to take that initial blob of ink off so that you don't get harsh spots. Now you can always camouflage them, but it gives you, and you can rub, ooh, isn't that a sound? You can rub them out if you need to. And I'm just kind of coming halfway. I'm just going to make this half and half. So that was with the Capri. Now we're going to take the green apple. And I want to make sure this is my green apple. Yep, same thing. Make sure you run it off so you get a really soft. I'm not going for a really intense look. I'm going more for just a soft field. Like that. And then I am going to need On the Farm stamp set, because it's got this cute little sprigs of grass. This itty bitty stamp. And I'm just going to put sprigs of grass all over. Can't decide. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait. Okay, so that is done. So that prep is done. And let's go ahead. I know I've done this a couple times, but let's go ahead and color this cow really quick. Same colors, keeping it pretty. Oh, dang. Well, we'll get that. Wasn't paying attention. He's got a pink spot on his forehead now. Happens to the best of us, right? Get that marker where it's not supposed to be. But easy coloring, and like I said, these markers are just so amazing that they have the 3 colors in one. And they honestly, I've had them for a while and I absolutely am in love with them. I do store mine on their side so that the ink is in the, you know, can move rather than on one end. I just don't want them to dry out. Not that I don't know where you would find some more, but I want to get my most bang for my buck. And they do have bundles where you can purchase a group of colors. They're just so easy to work with. They really are. They just flow really nicely. And you know, interpretation, I don't live on a farm, so if you're harassing me about my coloring of my cow, it's in Wanda's farm. So, a little fun. So we have the cow done. I already stamped the love you till the cows come home, and I'm going to take my marker, or this is my Le Pen pen that I have, and I am just going to draw a line to box this sentiment in so that you, oops, and that's okay, that don't matter. It shouldn't be perfect. It's like quilting. You want to show that you have created this yourself. So we've got all our pieces, I think, and we are going to start creating. So this is a side fold card. I have a piece of peach and I have a piece of black. So the peach, oops, get the stamp set out of the way here. The peach is 4 by 5 1/4. So that, and I am using the darker side. Almost messed up on that one. And we're just going to offset that. So then this is 3 3/4 by 5, the black cardstock. Oh, there it goes. Knew it was coming. And then that just sets in there like that. Okay. Then this piece that I already told you, but I'm going to tell you again, is 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. We're going to put that down. So see, it makes that card just come to life, you know? It just, the layers add to it, gives you that texture, that funness, and gives you a little bit of whoop, whoop. And so let's add some foam tape to our little cow here. We're just gonna give him some fun. Make sure his head, and I need a little one for his feet. And probably this size for his tail. And I always lay him before I peel them off, just to make sure that it works. Okay, so this is the hardest part, is just peeling everything off of here, right? And just getting it ready to go. But that's the fun of creating. I don't know about you, when you see an idea and see what people create, I want to try that, I want to do that. And so I hope you find that you are wanting to try and do things also. So we're going to have that like that for that cow. And then I'm giving you a sneak peek. Well, when you see this, it won't be a sneak peek. But these are clouds that are coming in the Card Creativity special in September, and I am actually going to mount them on the card before I add the bling to them. And this is a die cut, and it's a full page die cut that is going to be so much fun to play with. So we're going to put some wispy clouds in there, just like that. And before I do that, let me put the saying down. And I am not raising the saying. I'm just going to put it underneath the cow, because of the clouds are raised and the cow is raised. And so I'm going to take some diamond stickles, and if you haven't played with these are so much fun, and they just add a little bit of glitter, because you know me, there is never enough bling. See, look at how fun that is. And I'm tapping it because I don't want an air bubble. Wouldn't be the first time I didn't get an air bubble, but mine's almost used up too, so I'm running out of fumes on it. Come on, baby. Put the cap on. Move it down the cake. There we go. Like I said, it's on fumes. So that, now I live, you know where I live, and so it's going to take a little bit for this to dry. So you can see the shimmer on the card, I hope. You can see the look of it. Can't quite tell if you can or not. Oh, he's so cute. Just makes you smile. All right, so let's have some more fun. We'll do one more card. How about that? Okay, so we need a piece of cards, or the value cards. And we're going to take, I have a piece of Capri and Green Apple cardstock. I'm going to use the dark side. So we're going to take Capri on Capri, and I'm just, can you see what I'm doing? Adding some sponging to the edges. Can you see that's flat and this has color? What a difference it makes. Just a little bit goes a long way. That's all I'm doing. And then I'm going to take the green apple and I'm going to do the same thing to the green apple. Gonna sponge that. So this is just another way to do, if you don't want to sponge your white cardstock, you can use the colored cardstock and create your fun little faux look. Maybe you're in a hurry, don't have time for it to do stuff. And again, I'm just adding that cute little grass stamp. I mean, you could use this for all kinds of things. Should have scratch paper under, but you get the gist. Excuse me. All right. I think that'll do that. So let's attach these to my card base. And I forgot to tell you what size that was. It is 4 1/4 by 3. And the green is 2 1/2 by 4 1/4. And it's going to overlap just a smidge, but that's okay. That still works. I'd rather not have. So woohoo! So you have a kind of a sky theme going. And then I have a piece of black cardstock, which is 1 1/4 by 2 1/4, and a piece from the mix-ins. This is that gray wood grain. That is 3/4 by 2, and I can't decide. I think I'm going to do the soft side, and I'm going to take this from the Utterly Wonderful. This, we heard it was your birthday. We heard it's your birthday, not was. And I'm going to take my black ink, walk it across my pad, press down so you guys can see it. Sorry I did that off camera. We heard it's your birthday. And I am going to put that on my piece of black cardstock, which is really hard to see. Let's do it this way so you guys can see. Okay. So then, if we have a herd, we have to have some animals. Okay, who is going crazy and saying, aren't those stinking cute? Come on, they're too fun. They're so cute. They just make you smile. So I'm going to work with the pony and whatever this animal is. I'm going to put a little tape on that animal. I'm not sure what it is because I know they're going to be the center-ish. And I use that lightly-ish. Of my project. And I am going to use the thin foam tape. So just put a piece down the middle. And I'm not going to use a whole lot because I might have to tuck things in and around. So I think for right now, that is all I'm going to do. So I am going to be brave and attach this without really laying everything out. And then gonna put the piggy out. I just think this is such a cute stamp set. So the pig, and then we're gonna tuck, and I'm not going to put foam tape on the duck, goose, whatever you want to call it. Excuse me. But I am going to put a little bit on. And like I said, I am using the thin foam tape, so I don't have as much movement. Oh, okay. Now come on, you got to tell me that is stinking cute. I just think it is darling. I'm gonna take a piece of this silver twine we have, and I know I've showed you this before, but it comes on a, I don't know, can you see how it's got crinks in it? If you just take a bone fold or a pencil, anything that you can run smooth, it straightens it out a little bit. Just be really careful, because when you're using a small piece, it does have a tendency to fray a little bit on you. So this one I am, trying to put this in the middle of the back. I'm going to use some tape to hold it down. Yep. And I'm going to trim up the piece I don't want. And I'm going to add some more just to keep it secure. And we're going to put that there, and then we're going to take one of the black dots. I know, stinking cute. Who wouldn't love to receive that? That is so cute. And I'm just going to use this like it's hanging the sign. All right, come on, people. I hope you're clapping and carrying on and having a good time. Look how cute. Make my mess go away. These cards aren't they fun? Anyway, oops. There's just so much you can do with this stamp set. I just think it is just the cutest. So hopefully you will grab onto this, play with this. It's in our book right now. It's just so fun. Oh, I wanted to show you the other colors. So I used an orange blend and a tan blend. These are see if I can get them all facing, get orange moved away. These are the colors I used for coloring the herd of animals too, so you knew that. Anyway, enjoy, ladies. I can't wait to see what you guys create. Have fun on the farm. This is just such a fun stamp set. Bye now.